Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Taste of Discords. You're all not going to say that. Yeah. We're talking some shit this week.
We talk shit every week.
Yeah, we've got talking the Fallout series, and we've got some food arguments to settle. So
settle. You think you can settle that?
I can't. I have a rebuttal for the Big Mac is lasagna.
Oh no, really?
Yeah. So let's all sit down, have a good chat.
We have Pav on here too because he's a fucking turd.
Oh, by the way, I'm Jables, Rimshee, Sir's watching.
Hey.
You guys know. And then we got Pav here today because he's a super fucking Fallout nerd. And
yeah, we're not. A little bit too much.
Totally also not our friend.
Totally also not, but yes.
Man, I'm looking at YouTube right now and I fucking hate the layout they have.
For lives?
No, in general. They've moved the description over to the right where the videos were. They moved the chat box or the comment section directly underneath it, and now the other videos are directly under fucking neath.
And if you're looking at a channel, they got rid of the About tab.
Entirely?
Yeah, the About tab's gone. It just sort of exists.
On the main page, or?
No, it's like, it's on every page, kind of.
Okay, so kind of like how Twitch does it then, right?
No, but it's like so go look at our channel, for example.
Yeah.
On the
Here,
home
I'll take a
screen,
fucking
it'll say-
screenshot.
I'll take a fucking screenshot.
There. Well, it's loading.
It's competition between the both of you. Oh fuck.
Yeah. So the About page, the About thing is just under the channel name.
Oh, that's so fucking weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's shit. It's absolute garbage.
To see, like, the links, and they aren't always clickable, and it doesn't necessarily show everything. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah, absolute garbage.
They've also made the chat even smaller than it already was. That's my biggest issue with their live is their chat is tiny in comparison to others. And looking
well,
at
I use the truffle extension.
Yeah, well, okay. As the streamer, sure, it's a little bit different. You can I tend to use OBS or something else. But like as a chatter,
no, you use the truffle extension. It really changes some shit. Because it makes it run more like how Twitch chat runs.
Okay. I'll take a look. Do you still get like the ability to do mod things?
Yeah.
Because when I mod for
it just changes how chat loads in, and it gives different colors to the names, so it's easier to read chat and like differentiate people.
Oh, that's good.
And then
yeah.
It makes YouTube chat run like Twitch chat. That's essentially what it is.
Still, it's awful that they did that to their basic webpage. That looks stupid. I don't like it. I don't like change. I do, but
well, YouTube for you. arbitrarily changing shit for no reason and for no benefit.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, in fact, to
Truffle is just an
detriment.
add-on. Truffle is just an add-on that was that Ludwig had developed, because when he went to YouTube, he realized how shit the chat was. So he's like, "No, I'm making an add-on for browsers to fix this." Yeah, Ludwig did that. He hated how the chat worked on YouTube, so he's like, "No, I'm fixing
It's just
this."
kind of his thing. It's just like he goes, like he just sees things on YouTube and it's like, that sucks. I don't like this. I'm gonna do something about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna
If
do
I knew
something
how
about
to
it
program,
until they
if I
fix
knew
it.
how, if I knew how to program, I would program an extension that made where everything was located on the YouTube webpage actually adjustable. That's really all they have to do. If they make it so you can adjust the layout of shit, like, oh yeah, let's say by some horrible twist of bullshit, I were to like this, but I wanted it the reverse, so I wanted the description on the left and all the videos on the right. But keep it the same proportion and all that shit. Sure, make it so that I could do that. I don't fucking like this shit. I want it so that because it's basically the inverse of what it used to be. The videos used to be in a column on the right side, the description took up immediately underneath the video, and then you had the comment section. I don't care so much about the comment section.
Wait, I need to see your screenshot, because it still looks like that to me.
Yeah, I will say I've never seen this before, so I'm a little like the one the Rimshee sent me. I've
Yeah, I mean,
are you seeing it?
no, not yet. Give me a second. Oh, that's because you have theater mode on.
It's
All right, let me go default mode, and I'll take a screenshot of this shit.
How about you? Put
Yeah,
it
Cass,
up
that's
on
Kid
the
Rut,
screen?
and also thanks for the 3 biddies.
Put the screenshot up on the screen.
Yeah, why aren't you showing the audience?
Because I don't want them to know what kind of videos I watch.
I can't. Yeah. I'm not paying
Okay,
attention to
so
that
oh no, move your window over, make it. Your window placement is too small. That's why it does that.
My window placement is too small.
Oh, wait, are you talking about
Yeah,
theater mode?
yeah, I see that your window is off the left edge. It's because you resized your window.
This is
Hit the maximize button, dummy.
Guess what? It's
About
now
to turn into
maximized, and it doesn't change shit, Jables. It's still in the
Hit
fucking
refresh.
wrong spot, you dumbass.
Hit
Do you think I
refresh.
haven't tried this shit?
This
It
is gonna turn into
randomly
a Spurs
changed
fest, and I'm here
A
for it.
week ago.
Okay, you are the only person with this problem. I do not have this issue. All my shit's still the same as it always was, with everything on the right, the list of videos and the description below. This is you. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you did. I don't know how you got here. I don't know where you came from.
All it
That's
did was
like-
refresh one day, and it pulled this bullshit.
I don't know why, but Rimshee just keeps spamming these screenshots, and I'm like, I'm not even arguing this at this point.
Sorry, I thought these were being sent to Jables. I thought I still had Jables up.
It's just like, I'm like, what am I doing with this? What is going on?
Also, why aren't you pulling these up on screen for the audience?
We went
I
over
just
this,
said
people
that!
pay attention.
For anybody that was
Okay.
wondering,
Oh no! Hold
it's
on.
just-
Hold on. This
it's just the
screenshot-
episode of
this
how it's
screenshot
made where
that
they
you
cover
just-
crayons and it's on repeat.
This screenshot that you just sent me. No, it's not maximized.
Jables, are you talking
I,
about theater
I
mode?
see the Discord on the fucking left.
No, that's the wrong screenshot. That's not the most recent one. Trust me, I've gotten
Demised.
all of them in order. You're looking at the wrong one, my guy. The best part about this is that the stream can't see it. So,
Yeah, we
you two
want to
are arguing
shit.
about something out the window and the camera is pointed at the fucking wall.
You have so when it's maximized, you have so much empty space. I don't know, man. This is a you issue. It's like I don't know.
Issue.
You did.
We are over
something.
10 minutes into the show.
How have
YouTube's
I
trash.
not-
That's basically all I'm saying.
I'm not the one that's
All I'm
directing
saying
it.
is I don't have this problem.
No
You
shit.
need to
Good
figure
for
but
this
you,
shit
didn't-
out.
James.
YouTube
Good for you.
YouTube has a fucking habit of rolling out updates to some people and not others. It's a known thing with them.
I which browser are you using?
Oh my god.
Here. Just a supper.
This needs to be
Let me
fixed,
show you how we
James.
do stuff.
This is definitely a you issue.
What? What?
It's Google trying to fuck with people.
No. It's
Oh, yeah.
you being a conservative in California.
I am not a conservative.
Sorry, libertarian.
Not a liberal. That's the issue. Not a liberal or an extreme lefty. Actually, probably just not being an extreme lefty.
Yeah, no, you're just a reasonable guy in a fucking wacky state.
Wearing a ghillie suit.
All right, let's talk Fallout.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Just ripping the band-aid off that one.
Right. Jables, I've heard my opinions. Rimshee has heard my opinions, and Sir has heard my opinions. So I want to hear yours.
I think it's possibly one of the best video game adaptations that exists, other than The Last of Us, because Last of Us was so story heavy that it's really easy to adapt to a TV show. Yeah, I think it's a really good show. I haven't watched I've seen everything but the last 2 episodes. So
Okay.
See, I would argue that the best parts of The Last of Us show were the parts that had nothing to do with the main characters, but
that's fine.
I like the
I'm
Last
saying
of Us
it's a good
show.
adaptation. I'm not saying it's a great show.
I don't think Pedro Pascal was a good choice for Joel.
I
Sorry, I don't.
do, but that's not why we're here. I would
make
put
a
the show
comment.
I would put the show below The Witcher,
Well,
but above Halo.
obviously.
Wait.
Wait, below The Witcher? Wait, what?
Wait,
What?
Yeah.
No,
Yup.
fuck off.
Yep.
The Witcher's
No.
dog shit.
The only thing that
I
kept The
didn't
Witcher
say
from being
anything.
absolute dog shit was Henry Cavill and his
Alright.
arguments with the writing staff.
No, sure. That's what I'm saying though.
Yeah, but this
I would
didn't.
say it's
This show
better
didn't
than
need.
Halo.
This show didn't need an advocate.
Well,
it just
Oh, this show did need an advocate. Are you kidding?
I'm not.
well,
I'm not saying
technically it
that
had an
Fallout was-
advocate because Todd Howard is involved as a producer.
That's the worst
off.
advocate you can have.
I am so fucking sick of Todd Howard. I just want that motherfucker to go away and never come back.
Regardless,
So,
Okay, hold on. Let's break this down into little pieces. All right, let's start with aesthetics.
Mm-hmm.
Set designs and aesthetics. What do you think?
Oh, it was fantastic. Like,
Yes, beautiful.
amazing.
Feels like the game.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like the Bethesda versions of the games, but yeah,
Well,
it's pretty close.
Oh, that's because they did take certain things from certain games. Like power armor design was from Fallout 4, and then there were other designs that were like from earlier games. So they kind of mixed and matched things.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I'll still go on the record. I'm not a big fan of what Fallout 4 did to power armor. It was never like that. It wasn't an exoskeleton. That's not how it worked.
Okay.
All right. Keep going with your breaking down, Jables.
All right, characters. This is one that I've been enjoying a lot.
Okay.
There's like 3 main characters, but
Hmm.
like Lucy is the main character.
Basically, yeah.
She's a vault dweller. I like how they made her competent but not overly powered. Makes mistakes, but learns from those mistakes.
Yeah, and they made her.
And
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
and she just like continues to move forward, and like she's learning from her mistakes. She's competent. She's frisky, and like I don't know. She adapts. She's just not big strong woman. She is a strong woman through the mistakes that she made in the past.
Yeah, and I think they captured Vault Dweller in the Wasteland perfectly, in my opinion. They gave her the correct amount of naivete, which is something I
She's
get
very
concerned
polite
about when it.
to everybody. And, like,
Which is something I get concerned about ever since the most recent Fallout games, because they keep breaking the knowledge of the world to give characters the knowledge of that the audience has in the games, and they didn't do that with her, and I felt like that was really good, especially for anybody who's never played Fallout. It helped. I liked her. I liked the ghoul. I think they did really well with him.
I think he's the
yeah,
most consistently cited good element of the show.
The thing for me,
I
with
want to
the
see
ghoul-
more of him for sure.
Yeah,
but I think that's on purpose.
The ghoul feels like the player in a Fallout game in certain ways, and then Lucy feels like it in the dialogue, in my opinion.
Yeah, like there's that one scene. She has like her main goal through the series. For the audience, we're trying to do this spoiler-free-ish.
As much as we can.
There's a point where she's at that town, and the person that runs that shop is like, she was trying to find information on how to complete her main goal, and she's just like, she got kicked out of the shop essentially, and then later on it's like, well, you can escort him because he's supposed to go to so and so.
Yeah,
and that felt like a new quest thing.
Yeah,
like, it felt like a new quest moment.
It heavily reminded me of getting like that option in like the Boneyard of Shady Sands from the original Fallouts.
Yeah,
and which was really good, and I really liked that part. But then the ghoul in combat feels like the player. He does things that remind me of playing Fallout.
Yeah, he's a little OP too.
I get that, but that's the reason why my brain kind of words it that way. He does stuff that is like, I mean, that's kind of how it is for a player when playing Fallout.
Yeah.
The third guy, I don't have very much opinions on, other than the fact that he's an idiot.
Yeah, there's a lot of choices that were made for him that I'm just like, I don't understand the motivation behind
I-
what he does, some of the things that he does.
True, but I don't think he's an idiot in a way that's like bad writing. I think he's just a fucking idiot, and they wanted to write an idiot character because there's
Yeah.
just so much. The guy's an idiot.
I'm constantly sitting there like, why aren't you doing things this way? It
Yeah.
seems like the most reasonable way to do something. However,
Okay.
this show, it's on Prime, so it can only be rated up to 5 stars. Gets 10 stars from me because they kill Michael Rappaport.
Michael.
He's an actor.
Okay. I mean,
And quote unquote comedian
hold on.
that only became a comedian because his stepdad owned a comedy club, and then his stepdad also had connections to casting agencies, and that's the only reason why he became an actor. And he's a fucking piece of shit, and a fucking words that I can't say on Twitch.
So, Jables' bias is coming out.
I fucking hate that guy.
I know.
Okay. Can you DM me what character he plays? Because he reminds me of 2 characters.
Titan.
Oh, no wonder. Okay. All right. Yeah. No. I agreed with that decision. Though that is
What the fuck?
fair enough.
Fucking hate that guy so much.
I'm looking through his stuff, and like I never really watched any of it, so
When I saw him on the IMDb, because like you're watching on Amazon, so there's like X-ray thing whenever you hover over
Yeah.
the screen, and I saw his face. I was like, no fucking shot, he's in this.
actually to be
And then I
completely-
saw him die, and I was like, yes.
Like, fuck you!
here's the thing. That X-ray actually there's a scene in the final episode where that X-ray actually made the scene worse for me. I was like, I probably wouldn't have walked away with as much anger if I didn't like look at the X-ray in that scene. So I'm gonna ruin my experience a little bit. But okay, so characters. What else?
All right. Lucy's little brother. Is he 14 or is he 40?
Wait, how? I assumed they were both adults.
I
That's the
don't-
impression I was getting.
I don't know how. The little brother.
Uh huh.
Oh no. Yeah, they're both adults, but he looks like he's young and old at the same time. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on there.
Yeah. It's funny, my guy's a year younger than me. He looks better shaved, honestly. I just saw a picture of him, like with like completely shaved head. Looks way better. I thought he did really well. Actually, so his scenes...
No, I'm not saying he's not doing a good job. I'm saying I don't know how old he is. I don't know if he's the younger brother, the older brother. I know he's the younger brother because
Yeah.
of context of the show, but
Yeah.
but like
It's just,
he could. I don't know.
he comes
I
off
don't
as
know
older.
what's going on. He's-
Fair.
He's old and young at the same time.
Look at what he looks like with a shaved head. He actually looks a little bit more his age.
What's his name?
No man, don't ask me to pronounce words. I just typed in
Yeah,
Fun
he's
TV show
Indian,
and clicked on the
whatever.
cast. I will say this. Those scenes with him in the vault, were my favorite from the show.
Yeah.
They did really well playing out a storyline that is like near and dear to my heart as someone who loves vault diving in Fallout games. I think they did really well with that. It's like one of the few like big things I can say it was good at.
He does look good in shit.
Yeah.
For it.
I'm kind of letting you.
Yeah,
lead,
no,
'cause
he's
I don't wanna just go-
a very realistic character because even when she's leaving, she's like, "Do you want to come with?" And he's like, "Nah, you know I'm too chicken shit for that." It's like,
I didn't even have to get told twice. I hid in the bunker.
yeah.
I think I that's like one of the big things that I really liked from the show was that whole thing. They handled that really well.
Yeah.
All right, the
Yeah,
next
and
thing.
I still have 2 more episodes to watch, so I don't know
True.
how everything goes down in the vault. But
I'm not saying none.
which I think Dina and I are gonna watch the next 2 episodes right after the show. So
That's fair. I'm definitely letting you lead because I really don't want to just go on a fucking rant. like 3 hours.
weapons. I don't know why she's not just picking up everybody's weapons.
Yeah, there was a lot of that disappointed me. That they
it's
were
like-
speaking so closely to like specific things. She's leaving the vault and she takes a gun.
Takes a tranquilizer gun.
Yeah, and that might be something that will speak to her character. Like she doesn't want to kill anybody, but
Take
still.
some of the real guns. For the audience that hasn't seen it, I will spoil one thing. It happens in the first episode, so I don't think it's the
also
vault
in the
gets
trailer.
raided by Wastelanders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And they
fair.
have all sorts of weapons. She
Um,
didn't take any of them.
Yeah, and then like later on, they do run into a couple of people, and the amount of times that they just drop guns, leave them behind for
Yeah.
not any other, like they're not out of ammo, they're gone, like they just don't have them anymore. I will say this though, on the weapons, Sarah brought this up when I was ranting and watching it. It didn't become apparent to me until like the end, but the only people who were using the god awful Fallout 4 quote unquote assault gun,
The assault rifle.
the assault rifle, that
God.
fucking thing, the only people who were using it were people in power armor. So at least he thought a little bit about like, hey, this isn't something that just a random person can just grab onto and start firing. I thought that was interesting, even though
Yeah, the thing is basically a water-cooled machine gun with a stock on it that's supposed to be shoulder fired. It makes no sense as an actual
Even
weapon
worse.
for infantry.
Not only is it a water-cooled weapon, it clearly has a water cooling jacket. It's also fed through detachable box magazines, and it's chambered in 5.56.
so bad. It's such a terrible gun. I hate that it exists, and I hated it when I saw it in the show. I was
All right.
so mad.
You lost me.
So if you haven't played the game, Jables,
And this isn't just like a thing that's unique to that gun. Like the weapons in Fallout 4 especially are just bad for the most part. Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, here's a combat rifle. It looks like it's a BAR, but it's chambered in 45 pistol ammo. Figure that one out, asshole.
So many things
It's
wrong
a
with
it's a
Fallout 4.
Thompson wannabe is basically what it is.
And then the Thompson they added was so disappointing of what it was. Like you implemented one of the nicest like gun modification systems into any video game I've ever seen. That was
Yeah, that modification
clean.
system is awesome.
Yeah, it's clean, it works, it's great. And then you add a Thompson, they're like, yeah, you can do nothing to it. It's
Well,
just like,
it's because it's pathetically weak. Automatic weapons in Fallout 4 are just weak in general.
yeah.
Which
Like, if you take automatic, I think it's called commando. If you take commando over rifleman, you're a fucking fool.
Yeah. I mean, in a video game, it kind of makes sense that automatic weapons would, each round would hit a little bit less hard. Otherwise, you've got this weird, you've got this system that is too close to real life where, all you have to do is get hit once by one of those and, you're dead.
Oh, so it's not like
But
Sorry,
they
I
have to
played
balance it.
007 GoldenEye with my cousin earlier today. There's a gun called the R.
I'm still waiting for that controller, by the way.
Hey, you can buy it right now.
I've already bought it. I'm waiting for it to arrive.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, let me know when it arrives, and then we'll get down on some 007. I'll get my cousin in, maybe Dina.
Fuck yeah.
To answer actually Tina's question, no, but maybe if you find it really cheaply. If you want
It's
to
$5 right now.
Fallout 4, Fallout 4 itself it's not worth full price. If you get it with the DLC, there's some more value to it, but unless you're
It's
planning
$5
on
with the
using
DLC.
unless you're planning on modding it, it's really a coin toss.
it's
I don't know. My mom gave me Fallout 4. First day I played it, I sunk in 14 hours of gameplay into it.
Yeah, it was great the first time, like as you're getting started and everything, but then it all just starts falling through the farther you get into it.
All right.
You
So
start
for
realizing-
a normal video game, you get a lot of playtime for
Alright.
playtime for what would normally be what you would normally consider for a normal video game.
So,
For a Bethesda
Yeah.
open world game, the amount of time you actually have to play falls off way too soon compared to Skyrim, compared to New Vegas, and yeah, I know New Vegas is Obsidian. Fuck you, Bethesda. Compared to Fallout 3, compared to Morrowind, compared to Oblivion.
all right.
All those
So-
games, a lot more time to play, but they've been reducing the amount of time that is given with content in the games over
So,
time.
Dina really wants to play a Fallout game. What game should she get?
Fallout New Vegas.
And hands
New
down.
Vegas?
Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Vegas?
It is the best Fallout game there is.
I think New
and
Vegas is only like $2 or $3 right now.
Well,
yeah, it
Get it
it's the
without the
it's
DLC.
The best modern,
Yeah.
quote unquote modern.
no, I've played all of them and I will defend it as the best.
Well, what I'm saying is that, like, some people really, really enjoy the original 2 for the isometric design.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on what you want to go with. First person shooter.
Play Fallout had sex with Diablo 2.
Yeah.
Well,
if you're
that's
going
what
for
Fallout
first
was.
/ third person
Yeah, I
shooter
know.
versus isometric, yeah, that's where the difference between Fallout 1 and 2 versus Fallout New Vegas is. But yeah,
Fallout New
of
Vegas is the closest in terms of the role playing. Because
And
one thing that the
Dina
original
likes-
2 games
Dina
were
likes
very
the role-playing
strong with
stuff,
was
so-
role playing.
Yeah.
Dina likes the role playing stuff. So Dina, New Vegas. You heard it here.
New
Get
Vegas,
New
go
Vegas.
ahead, get the DLC, and go ahead and play through without mods. You'll enjoy the mods once you add them in after.
I think the
Just like-
DLCs.
Yeah. That's,
One of the
that's
Yeah.
the price
funniest
for it.
things.
Yeah, New Vegas with all the DLCs, $5.
For
One of the
$5,
funniest
that's a
things
steal.
about the old Fallout games that kind of gets also carried over into New Vegas is that you can play those games as a one intelligence character who is a complete gibbering idiot that can't even speak.
Yeah, I might.
It's so wonderful.
It's only $5. I might.
Yeah, New Vegas for $5 is a fucking steal. Like I can't go back to it. I have put 10,000 hours into that game, and I'm not kidding.
Now I'm curious what I've put into it.
So, one of my favorite Fallout playthroughs I ever saw. I don't know if anybody here is familiar with Tex from the Black Pants Legion,
Yeah.
but he did a one intelligence build for the original Fallout. And he named his character Scrombles.
All right, I've only put 25 hours into it on
He was
Steam.
like,
But I had it on
one
Xbox before that.
intelligence. And he just went around punching rad scorpions to death. It's like, Scrombles no like scorpion. Scromble smash.
No, I'm looking at it. It's $15.29 for Fallout New Vegas with all the DLC.
Check GOG if you want to get any more games than New Vegas. Because
Honestly, New Vegas and all its DLC, if even at full price, it's worthwhile. But if you're getting it at any discount, it's a steal.
Dita
Yeah,
also mentioned you can get all the games, all the DLC for
right,
$55.
I still would recommend if you get any other game than New Vegas or 4, go to GOG for it, because GOG has fixed issues that Steam hasn't. Like, Fallout 3 was originally released on the Windows Games platform, which doesn't exist anymore, and you have to mod it and figure out how to get it working if you get it from the Steam. They might have fixed that at some point in time, but I know the last time I tried, it didn't really work out. And then plus they've updated the original 3 Fallouts as well, 1, 2, and Tactics. So I don't know if it's on sale right now, anywhere, or I mean on GOG, but I would recommend against getting everything on Steam. Simply because of how old it is at this point. But no, Fallout New Vegas was fucking amazing. And at some point in time, I'm going to go into the arena with Jeff about it.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
My first Fallout game was Fallout 4. So
Yeah, that's fair.
All right,
so here's
I
the
am
thing.
looking at Fallout 4 VR, and it's got mixed, all, and recent reviews. I am very tempted to try it out just because I want to see how bad it is. But I'm not. I don't think I'm willing to pay $15 for it.
So I played it, and then I had a buddy who like played through the entire thing, and he did enjoy it. He thought it was handled well, but it's still just base Fallout 4.
all right.
Yeah, I would assume it's base Fallout 4. The question is, have there been mods added to it to add the service rifle? That's really all I want.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like, modern weapons belong in Fallout.
Okay, we're
Well, the service rifle is basically an AR-15
I said,
in Fallout 4.
Okay, but before we get into that, I just kind of want to preface, like, I think what a lot of people's problem is, especially a lot of Fallout fans, like Pov here, is that even if the show itself is serviceable, if you're a Fallout fan, looking at it as an adaptation of Fallout, this show takes the lore of Fallout behind the woodshed and executes it with a shotgun.
Yeah, and
That's
I'm
not
trying to-
fair. A shotgun's too small to have done what they did to it.
Okay, yeah, and I'm trying to relegate my emotions around it because I am the I wrote this in a different comment, but I'll
Wait,
put it this way.
hold on, Rimshee, you haven't seen the show. Shut up.
But Rimshee has read my shit rant that I've gone on for like 2 days.
I've also seen the
also-
copium in the news.
I've looked at plot synopsises as well.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Jonathan Nolan and his co-writer, I do think are pretty solid writers, and they wrote, and how I'm taking this show is they wrote a pretty alright kind of good show with some of the worst misinformation that I've ever seen in any kind of adaptation. It felt like to me, Todd Howard grabbed the Fallout Bible, which is basically it was a couple of devs going around to all the dev creators of Fallout 1 and 2 during the development of 2, asking a bunch of lore questions, and then compiling all of those answers to have kind of like a lore book that was released after Black Isle Studios went under. It felt like Todd Howard grabbed the Fallout Bible, point by point, and changed intentionally every single thing that was said.
And then
Like-
wiped his ass with it.
Yeah, it like by the end of the show, I have never felt more intentionally shat on as a fan of a media than I did by the end of the show. And I am a huge Star Wars fan. So
Yeah.
Those are serious fucking words that you
Yeah.
just said.
yeah. So I'm going to keep a lot of my feelings very measured in that aspect, because I'm probably one of the few that's going to take the issues that I did with it.
All right, so let me get my feelings about it out just a little bit. With my limited Fallout experience
Mhm.
playing the games, I think it's a fairly good adaptation for a show that takes place 10 years after Fallout 4.
Mm.
And I've been having a good time with it.
Pov, how big of a spoiler is that thing we were talking about today?
You can talk around that without saying it as a spoiler.
They retcon something to basically they retcon something to take place before Fallout New Vegas that is never mentioned in Fallout New Vegas.
Basically,
And it would
there's-
completely change Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, are you talking about
To the point that Fallout New Vegas, as we know it,
couldn't have happened. Yeah, it couldn't have happened. They wrote Fallout New Vegas out of the canon.
I'm
that-
gonna say like a very specific detail.
Okay.
But it's not a spoiler. 2077.
Yeah, and that's 2277.
Yeah. 2077.
And that's why it felt so much like a backhanded slap. Because you're right, they did set this 10 years after Fallout 4, which is the most recent Fallout game.
It's the
they
latest in the
didn't have
timeline.
to-
Fallout 76 was
The earliest. This is the earliest, yeah. They didn't have to go back that far and do that specifically. They could have been like, "Oh, hey, this is just how it happens later on." No, they went back.
This happened 5 years
specifically-
ago. Yeah, they could have said it happened 5 years ago. A full 5 years after 4. But no, they went back that far.
okay.
And specifically wrote Fallout New Vegas out of the canon. Now, to me, I'm gonna view this show. I might see season 2 if it comes out, but I'm going to go into it thinking this is an alternative universe. because as an alternative universe, this didn't like. It's not that bad. If this didn't have
as
anything,
an overall show, just video games aside, all lore, none of that. Let's say nothing exists before this show.
okay,
It's a good show.
there are some things.
Like,
Well, the
Maximus constantly pisses me off. I hate the writing for him. But
yeah,
other
The
than
fa-
other than that, I've been having a really good time and enjoying the characters, and I understand their motivations and shit. I don't understand Maximus's motivations for a lot of the shit that he
yeah,
does.
I will say radiation doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
They decided to add in a mechanic, basically, into the show's universe that doesn't make sense logically.
Which mechanic? If you can't say it publicly, DM it to me.
I don't think it's that big of a deal because the show doesn't treat it as that big of a deal, and that's probably why I think it's okay to
Stimpaks?
spoil it. No. Stimpaks they did perfectly fine. I was surprised how well they did with Stimpaks. I was surprised how well they did with power armor in certain aspects. But so a Geiger counter cannot track a specific irradiated individual through a completely irradiated wasteland.
Oh yeah, because that one kid that had the
His
gun.
Geiger counter gun. That was I saw that. I'm like, wait, no, you're kidding, right?
Whatever.
Yeah,
it's
that
the-
doesn't-
It's the
you'd
future.
have
I'm
to-
not gonna shit on that too much.
I know, but
I don't know, like, I say,
I know what you're
you
saying.
can use the future, but like when dumb shit happens, dumb shit happens. Like I saw a clip from this show that it almost made me piss myself.
I
laughing.
saw that happening, and I was like, yeah, that's ridiculous.
Specifically,
it's
like,
like-
I saw the clip of the scientist with the dog, and then that turret pops out of the ground, and somehow it doesn't kill both of them.
Oh yeah, that was
I
one.
pissed myself laughing. It's just like, no way.
Yes, that was a moment that I was like, you're not even running. You're scuffling away. You're just scuffling your way down this fucking sidewalk.
Yeah. You could have just had someone still tracking him. You didn't have to be like, hey, turret.
Like,
can't shoot."
what's even worse is, like, unlike the regular turrets from Fallout 4, which it's based on, it's not a single gun barrel. It's fucking Gatling. It has 6 barrels. There's no fucking way.
That definitely made me laugh. I wouldn't throw that against the show. Like I'm like, okay, that's what's happening.
It's
Alright.
poorly shot. That's a scene that's very poorly shot, and it's whatever. The show in general is very well written. Actors are doing pretty good, other than Maximus. I mean,
Well,
And
I was
then-
bringing that up as a point to, like, Pov's thing about, like, the Geiger counter guys. Like, if something is stupid, you can point out that it's stupid.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying is that the Geiger counter thing was stupid. That was pretty dumb. I would say there's like one thing that they decided to do with power armor that was kind of dumb. Instead of like the normal rules with power armor where the jetpack is a backpack, they gave him
arm jets. Yeah.
Iron Man level arm jets, and not even arm and legs to allow him to fly, but just arm jets. And that was a
Yeah.
little weird. Someone who's not trained in power armor being able to jump into power armor and just be able to use it was a little strange to me. Like, it
Well,
didn't
I mean,
break
even in
anything.
Fallout 4, that's a little weird. At least when you're playing the male character, you can kind of justify it. He was prior military, so he may have gotten training. Easy enough to explain away. The wife was a fucking lawyer. Why the fuck would she get power armor training?
There was, and that's one thing that came specifically from Fallout 4. Was the design of the power armor. I don't hate it as much as Sir does.
I
be
don't
honest.
I don't dislike it as much as Sir
Well,
does either. I think
don't-
it's perfectly
I also just
reasonable.
don't like the implementation of power armor in Fallout 4. You get
Oh, it's too
introduced to
common,
it
absolutely.
way too early.
Yeah.
It's
and
absolutely
once-
too common.
Like, also, like, fusion cores, like, after a certain point, there is no reason not to play the game in power armor at all times, because why would you sacrifice that level of protection? You're never
Unless-
going to run out of fusion cores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing that Fallout 4 did and the TV show kind of like jumped onto. Just to jump back into the lore a little bit here. So the Fallout
That
universe
actually was a really funny moment in the show, though, when the kid did the thing.
pulled the power armor core.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah, that was when I noticed that they were using Fallout 4 mechanics for the power armor. I was so fucking confused why they didn't like fully jump into it. It's actually a joke within Fallout 4 that you need to remove the core if you're getting out of your power armor. But
Yeah.
he didn't do that. And I get that he's an idiot. Like, I get that. But then
Well, yeah, 'cause,
how
like,
they solved that issue was doing something of not how power armor works. You can't stick your arm in the wrong armhole while it's completely opened, move the arm freely against the joint backwards.
Yeah, that confused the shit out of me.
Yeah, because as I said, like Fallout 4 style power armor, it's not just like a suit that has like a power pack in it. It's a fucking exoskeleton that armor is then put on top of.
Right, and
Huh.
it's so this is something that Fallout 4 upset me, and I'm just I at this point, what we have now 3 pieces of media: Fallout 4, Fallout 76, and the TV show that have now all agreed that this is now the case in the Fallout universe. Unfortunately, 76 exists, and I have to talk about it. But the thing is, in Fallout, they fixed the energy crisis. Fusion cores and fusion batteries were everlasting. Like, sure, that's sciencey mumbo jumbo that like doesn't fit within how we view technology in real world now,
Yeah.
but that was originally a part of it's something that you can see in 3 and in New Vegas and in previous Fallout games. If you're ever wandering around at night and like the street lamps are still on, you can see that they're still hooked up to a fusion battery. And those batteries will last for like hundreds of years. So when they moved over to Fallout 4 and they added in the fact that, oh no, they don't last that long. And then what they did with it in the show was like really for me. It like, I get that what you want to do is create like that kind of a thing, like as a problem. Like fuck, they referenced Fallout 1 with the fucking water chip. Yeah, hey guys, the water chip went out. I think that was supposed to be serious, but it did not come off that way to me at all. It made me go, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, because like the whole point of Fallout 1 is the only reason why they open the vault door and send you out into the wasteland is like, yeah, the chip is fucked, and if you don't go and find a new one, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, that was a very light, hey, our water chip's not working. Yeah, we'll think about that later. I don't think we should.
Although one of my favorite moments in the show
Mm.
is when Lucy shows up to that guy's house, and he's like, "Water filter's not working. I keep putting sand in. No water comes
That
out."
was a solid moment.
Yeah,
That was a solid ass
I
moment.
was like, "What?"
Like,
And
yeah,
she's like,
no, there was
"Have
a
you
lot
tried
of...
putting water in there?" He's like, "You got water?"
and like drinks her entire cantina.
Yeah.
And it's like probably the first purified water he's ever tasted in his entire life. It's just
Yeah.
no, fucking hell. and this is what gets me with the show is that there's two like big things. First off, Dina, I always say it wrong. Dina. I'm correct. Thank you.
Dina.
Thank you, Dina. Just letting you know, if you do go play Fallout, any of the Fallouts, just understand a couple of things. One, the Brotherhood is not like that in the games. Two, ghouls don't.
It depends on which. It depends on which game you're even playing, whether they're good guys or bad guys, even.
No. I haven't explained why the Brotherhood is wrong to you yet, Rimshee. Because I haven't been wanting to like spoil a lot of things. But I'm not going to. I'm just gonna say that's not.
No,
the
I already
Brotherhood.
know. I already know.
But it's not.
Yep.
And that's not how ghouls work.
Well, that's fair. I do have to. I was talking to my mom about the show. Because her and my dad they play Fallout all the time. My mom was like, I thought the Brotherhood of Steel was good guys, and my dad just had to tell her like, no, they've always been jerk assholes. What are you talking about?
They're not necessarily bad guys, but they're certainly not good guys.
I won't talk about them in Fallout New Vegas. Learn how they are in Fallout New Vegas. But I'll
Fallout New
them
Vegas
in
is
how they
interesting.
are. Yeah, I'll discuss them how they are in other games. So the Brotherhood has never been a good like entity. There's only been one section of it that was a good entity in quotation marks, and that was
the section that Elder Lions in Fallout 3.
They did a great job of explaining it, and I thought they handled that really well, even though a lot of people complained about it when the game first came out. But where it was a funny explanation too, where they were just like, they're like, oh yeah, we were tired of dealing with him, but we can't like fire him or kill him because he's an elder, so go to the other side of the country. And so in most cases, the Brotherhood is xenophobic, and
they're a techno cult.
Yeah, cult, but in a non-spiritual way.
I would go so far as to use the term, they're kind of tech fascists.
Yeah. And they, I think they fit that.
Yeah,
term.
they're a non-spiritual tech fascist cult.
And
let's
that's
just
the
keep
main
adding
thing.
adjectives to this.
I think that's the main thing that gets me. They are not spiritual in any way, and they don't worship technology either. They despise it, and they don't want humanity to have it. End state for like perfect end state for original leaders of the Brotherhood was basically to wipe out, collect all technology, throw it into a fucking bonfire, and then kill themselves. Like that is end state for the Brotherhood.
And kill everyone who has knowledge of it.
Yeah, basically they don't want technology ruining the world again. That's what they don't want.
Yeah,
it has changed.
They are literally the origins of the Brotherhood of Steel. They are Luddites in power armor.
Yeah. They became oh shit. Oh, we lost.
What the hell?
We lost Jables.
Jables, no!
Well, you get to see me twice now.
But it's the depiction of them within the show is not accurate. And
their depiction of them in the show, I think, stems from the internet's more modern misunderstanding of what the Brotherhood is based on the events of Fallout 3.
And I think that's kind of an accurate way to a lot of what the show gets wrong feels more like it's because it's a misunderstanding rather than anything else. I might make jokes that it was Todd Howard that like intentionally decided to fuck with me, but I don't think I kept asking myself who told Jonathan Nolan that that's how that works. What idiot said that? Because that's not how that works.
Not in Fallout,
fact,
not in real life.
That's one of the things I will say about Fallout 4 is that if you go onto the Pridwin and you look through like the Brotherhood's logs and stuff, like the Elder who died in DC helping to like stop the Enclave, they fucking demonize her.
They did the Lyons family so fucking dirty. They did it so dirty. It was one random terminal back near the fucking like where the crops are, and they're like, oh yeah, so we just decided to commit a coup and killed Lyons and Elder Lyons and Sarah Lyons, and they died bravely by our hands.
So apparently Jables'
and-
power went out.
Oh fuck.
Like Elder Maxwell is basically just the Maxon. He's just this fucking zealot that the people who launched the coup handpicked because he fits all of their, techno-cult xenophobic ideals.
Yeah, and he was a little fucking brat. I don't know how many of you guys have played Fallout 3 because you meet him in both 3 and 4. He was this little fucking brat running around the Citadel, just being a dipshit, and was like, I can't remember anything specific. I'm gonna have to go replay it. But I remember, like, when I first meet Maxon and I realized who he was, I'm just like, oh my god.
It's like, they picked you? Why?
Because he's a descendant of the original Maxon.
Yeah, I know. And because he was probably easy to control.
Probably. He wasn't easy for fucking anybody else. The reason why he was sent out with Lyons was because they were having problems with him. They sent him with Lyons because they were like, you're also a problem child.
Well, yeah, but the thing is like, once they got, the way I view it is like, once they got Lyons out of the way, because she was trying to take the Brotherhood in a direction that might have actually been beneficial for humanity.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, like-
Alright.
Well, the way I've always looked at Maxon in Fallout 4 is like, he thinks he's in charge. He's just a fucking figurehead, though.
Yeah, but he was also, yeah. No, what got me was, my favorite thing was when I first entered the Prinwin. Before I even met Maxon, you get those random dialogues, like, from every NPC. Like, you have this set of dialogues. One of them says to me, as I'm walking, into the Prinwin, you think the Commonwealth is bad, you should see the Capital Wasteland. I literally froze, paused the game, and was like, what the fuck did you do to the Capitol? It was doing great when I left it. We fixed the water chip, there was purified water, we had troops, patrols, trade between all the towns. Most of the super mutants were completely wiped out of the downtown area. We fixed so much shit. What did you do? And then I later learned, oh yeah, the Brotherhood made it worse. But it was very irking for me when watching the show to see them get it so wrong. If they would have gone with, oh yeah, basically the Brotherhood reverted, cause where you are in the show is you're in the core area of where the core chapters are. It's technically you're a little bit south of it. It's Rimshee, as someone from California, do you have a mid California?
Technically, there is no mid-California. There's only NorCal and SoCal. But if you want to talk about a technical mid-California, the San Francisco Bay Area down to like Monterey, that type of area is kind of where you could consider mid California.
Okay.
But officially it's NorCal and SoCal.
I think.
Which that's a whole discussion in and of itself.
Yeah. Here. Let me pull this up. So the core chapters of the Brotherhood are kind of where. Okay, so this is. Oh well, actually, there are
Yeah, my whole neighborhood lost power.
Oh fuck.
I don't know what's going on.
There,
You pissed
The core
someone off.
just the core chapters of the Brotherhood are actually a little bit farther south of San Francisco. Like in real world terms.
So they're between Monterey and San Fran?
Uh,
Or are they still within the Bay Area?
no, they're not. Okay, so I would say they're an equal distance from Los Angeles to San Francisco.
Let me double check a map.
So what we would consider Lost Hills and act like North Bakersfield.
North Bakersfield. That sounds like SoCal.
Yeah, I'm as I'm looking at it, it's probably part of SoCal still.
Yeah, that's SoCal.
All right.
Actually, technically, if you want to get technical, I think that is technically that might be SoCal. Where the fuck is the Grapevine?
It's like in between Bakersfield and and Fresno, but like a little bit like not diagonally in between.
Yeah, because kind of SoCal is from... It starts at the Grapevine and encompasses most of the desert, whereas NorCal is kind of all the green areas.
Okay.
It's kind of a weird thing. It's more of a vertical line than anything.
Yeah.
So you can have SoCal more north than NorCal.
This is fair. But yeah, so it's so the core chapters of the Brotherhood is a distance north of where the show takes place, because the show takes place in Los Angeles. Like when you first see her, she's walking out onto Santa Monica, which I'm pretty sure that's shown in the trailer, so I'm okay with saying that out loud. So you're near core chapters, but it didn't feel like it. It felt like you were out in like you were connected to a remote chapter that was severely underfunded and was not like talking to anybody. It was weird. Like the Brotherhood was very strange.
By the way, I've named this episode the Fallout Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Also,
By the way, there are a shit ton of areas around here that all lost power. It's happening, my guys. They're gonna drop the bombs.
Well, they're not targeting us out in the middle of nowhere. You should have moved down here when you had a chance. I have power.
Holy shit, yeah, it's basically the entirety of... Yeah, wow.
Where I'm at. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Pop knows where I'm at. He's been here before.
I fucked up and pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, right now, all the information I get is they're currently investigating what's the cause, but like I'm hearing people out on the streets.
Active events is 9. Wow. And the current customers that are
Yeah,
out
it goes all the way down to Aquila.
Yeah,
It's not.
current customers that's out of power is 20,000 people.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's
Wow.
a substantial amount.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Jables, that sucks.
And estimated repair time is 9 p.m. tonight.
Oh
Yeah.
Lucky.
Why? Wonder why.
To be fair, it just happened, so that might be bumped up a bit. But like,
Yeah, it just
I was
happened. They
looking
still
at-
have to figure out what's going on.
Are you,
yeah.
are you-
So they're currently investigating. I saw a couple people in the local Facebook group saying that they heard a big explosion. So probably like a transformer. But that's too much area. Like if you look at the map, it's way too much area for just to be a transformer.
The Chinese
that would have to
finally
be a
launched their
fucking
attack.
That would have to be a fucking relay station, a power station.
I would say,
Yeah.
to be
Going
honest,
down.
if the Chinese did launch their attack, I would have been hit first. Because where I'm at, Jables would have just got.
Yeah, you're right by a naval base. I know where you're at.
Still,
Yeah,
I am envious of
But
you
not
because
just a naval base. You're right by the naval base.
I'm 5'5". There are
Honestly,
far away
Jables?
places.
Jables, I'm envious of you because anytime we lose power, it's an instant, yeah, it'll be back on 8 or 9 p.m. tomorrow, and it always gets changed. Always gets changed. It could be 10 o'clock, it could be like midnight on the 4th of whatever month. Yeah, power estimation is back on. You're lucky if they say 8 or 9 tonight. It'll probably be the next day on the 5th.
That's being optimistic.
I'm just
Well,
glad
it
I've been
depends on-
saving up all those ice packs from the factor meals I've been getting.
I already know my power's going out tomorrow, but that's because they're replacing a power pole.
Oh, it's a planned power
Yeah.
outage. Maybe
Yeah.
it's the Great Power Conspiracy.
They're trying to switch over to fusion cores.
It's not integrating with
Yeah.
the systems.
No,
Okay,
this is
so-
fucking nuts. I don't like this at all.
I have
Yeah.
to ask, seeing as how we mentioned, well, we were talking about the Brotherhood. So, Pav,
Uh-huh.
do they make any effort to justify the fucking airship?
No. You get to see it,
You're
and that's it. There's no mention of it. Actually, the fact that people know the name of the airship has more to do with the fact that they released that information when trying to hype up the show. You never hear the name. You never hear anything about it. It's
What the fuck
just
is the name of the airship?
It's not the Prindwin. Like they stated.
I know it's not the Pridwin, which
I
makes
know,
it even
but, like,
worse.
Yeah, they stated there's like this isn't the Prindwin. This is its own ship, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Why?
If it had been the Pridwin, it would have been like, I don't understand why you did this, but okay.
Yeah, at least it would have made sense. Like the Pridwin is literally a salvaging like unit that those airships were not pre-war. The Pridwin is not some relic of the old
Yeah.
of the old war. That is a new creation by the Brotherhood.
It's a result of scavenging and post-war ingenuity.
I think
It is possible to scavenge enough to make another one. The likelihood
Okay, so
of doing so is very
Here's
low.
the thing: is that like the core chapters, and like going back into the lore, the core chapters of the Brotherhood of Steel did have a fleet of pre-war airships.
but they were they weren't. Yeah, keep going.
But by the time of Fallout 4, that entire fleet is gone, either through attrition or being destroyed by enemies. The Pridwin on the East Coast, they've stated this in the lore previously. It's like the Pridwin on the East Coast was the only remaining airship in the Brotherhood inventory.
You could easily make the argument that they've been slowly rebuilding over the last 10 years because they can do that.
Well, yeah, but even then, it took them decades to scrounge up all the materials just to build the Pridwin on the East Coast.
And here's what upsets me the most about what you just did. You just made me justify the worst decision in the fucking show in my head. Because we mentioned it earlier, 2277. Where did all of that equipment go?
Yeah, that's a very, very good question. Isn't it? Isn't it?
Okay, just like, here's my issue. You just made me justify a decision that I hated by explaining away something else that was stupid.
Alright, so this just in, there were about 5 explosions at a power plant.
Oh. Damn. 9 of them. Well,
5.
it probably just caused... Oh, mine says 9, but okay. It probably just caused, like, a group of them to... rather than individual ones.
Yeah. God.
That's...
Am I fucked, guys?
No. The airport's fine.
No, it's just a terrorist attack. It's not. It's not the start of a war.
They would've gone-
Am I going to be able to eat tonight?
No, you should go to a restaurant. See if they're willing to give away free food. They can't.
Well, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right after the show. I'm gonna head down to the pizza place and be like, "Hey, I'm hungry. You guys know me."
Just let me have all of everything, and I'll
Yeah.
Just give me.
No.
Can I just get a slice of pepperoni?
No, it's not an attack or anything, James. It's like everything will be fine, and then the rumbling will start, and then your doom will be decided.
Here's the reality. We found the creatures from Tremors live in Washington.
I wasn't talking about the creatures from Tremors. I was talking about Rainier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that is one thing. That would affect Jables way before that would affect me. We would.
Well, yeah, if you're living in Seattle, it's the most prominent thing on the fucking horizon. You can't miss it.
It really is a beautiful view, though.
It is. But then it would all be like completely covered in ash cloud by the time it got to me, and I would just become Pompeii.
I'd be Pompeii before you.
Nah.
Well, I mean,
The biggest threat from Rainier is actually Lahars, which are terrifying.
okay, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that area has been hit by a volcano, though.
You don't get hit by a volcano. Volcanoes don't go anywhere.
I don't mean it with that kind of, like... I'm talking about Mount St. Helens. Was that the 80s?
Yeah.
1980 is when St. Helens went up.
Yeah.
The thing is that Rainier would be way worse.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's way too close to populous areas.
Well, also, Rainier is bigger than St. Helens. It's got far more snow coverage.
Speaking of which, Jables, did you, in school, did you learn about the story of the guy who lived on the side of Mount St. Helens that wouldn't leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just a Washington thing. We're all taught about the man who decided to go down with the volcano.
Yeah, well, in Washington State, it's a requirement to graduate that you have to take Washington State history.
Mm.
And that's just a part of it.
It's just, we all had to learn about the man that said, "I'll fight the volcano with my house."
Yeah, the man that was like, "Fuck you, volcano."
I live in a cabin.
I I like to think of it. He's more like the janitor from Futurama, where it's just like Scruffy dies and Scruffy lived. And he just gets consumed.
Just doing his thing. Yeah. Well, I wanted to argue about whether or not Big Macs are lasagnas.
Well, we can do that next week.
Yeah, let's save that for next week. I gotta conserve my phone battery a little bit.
See? Even without the power thing, I fucking told you, didn't I?
I mean,
What? That it's gonna be a shit show this week?
He's like, oh, that'll only take up 30, maybe 45 minutes. I'm like, yeah, right.
I said 45 minutes to an hour. Let's be fair.
It's been well over an hour that I've been talking about Fallout, and I didn't even get into any rants or anything.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
This isn't where he started today either.
That if we spent the first 10 to 15 minutes of the show with you bitching about Rimshee about his fucking window sizes.
Yeah.
Oh, I did find a fix. There's a code on Reddit that if you put it into uBlock, will fucking fix that shit.
Well, that's good.
Okay.
Oh,
So it's not just me, Jables. Fuck you.
All right. Well, I have to conserve my cell phone battery because I have no idea when I'm gonna get power again.
Yeah, we can end it here.
I'll. Yeah, I'm going to dip out. But if you just want to end it.
Yeah, we may as well. All right, everyone, do your outro.
All right, thank you everybody for joining. Sorry for the shitty mic on the latter half of the show. This has been a fun discussion about Fallout. We might pick it up again next week. Sorry. Power's out in my entire neighborhood. I'm gonna go investigate. See what's going on. Have a good one, everyone.
Bye, Jables.
Alrighty.
Transitioning now.